This tutorial is about curved shapes, that is, taking the crease around a bend. So this is at its most simple, it gives you a sort of beak or a nose. This is a more extreme example. So in this case, you're taking the crease all the way around a complete curve. And here's another example. Again, it's taking it all the way around the curve. The difference between these two, this one is based on parallel folds, this one is based on V-fold. The difference between these two is explained in tutorial 1, the introduction. So I'll just show you a couple of examples of it in action. This is a very simple one. It's just going around one curve and the other. This is a pointed V-fold. That's in tutorial 3. This example, this is the parallel fold, curved shape, giving you the fish. It comes all the way around. And you can see here we've got a small piece added to make the tail. With these curved shapes, you can stick pieces on at any point on the curve and they'll stick out at a different angle, so it's quite fun to play with. There's another example here. In this case, this is based on the V-fold, and in this case the ears, these are the tabs that glue the piece to the page. And the whole thing is quite a solid, rigid structure, so you can cut chunks away, like the mouth of the dog has been cut away. So I'll just start by showing you how to make a small curved shape, a beak or a nose, onto built into this gully of this floating plane that we made in tutorial 12. Take a small piece of card, fold it in half lengthways, crease it really well, and make this into a V-fold as we did in tutorial 2. So you make a crease like this. This is the first crease up this side. What you're making here is a pair of folds that give you a sort of downward pointing arrow, and just cut that to make a couple of gluing tabs. So here's the piece. Now make another fold. It can be any angle really, depending on what shape you want to create. So we'll make something like this and fold that back on itself. Open it up. So now you've got another downward pointing arrow. Cut out one side of it. So you're cutting along the crease. So here you've got a cut edge that is matching this folded edge. The other side, you make that into a gluing tab. And fold that down and crease it well. So this is now just going to fold shut like that. Take your glue. Put it on the tab. Here we are. Fold it shut, and now the whole piece should just go flat. And according to how you stick it down, that will affect what shape you create. And so we're going to stick it here into this gully created on the floating plane. I'm just going to cut these back a bit. I think I've got the tabs a little bit big, so put glue on one side. Decide what shape you want to make. So is it going to be, really wide coming down a lot, or sticking out quite a lot? Make sure the central crease, I'll just glue it. So make sure the central crease of this nose piece is lined up with the gully on the floating plane. And you put glue on the other tab. Close the base, press it firmly. Here you have it, the most simple variation on the curved shape. show you how to make one of these that the fish was based on. Take a base sheet, crease it really thoroughly. Take another piece of card. We'll go with, what about yellow? Cut it in half just by eye, there's no need to measure. Fold it in half. Crease it well. And fold 2 more creases onto the outer edge. These are the gluing tabs, 1 centimetre or ½ an inch wide. You've got these three creases all parallel. Now you only actually want gluing tabs in the middle about 1 inch, 2 centimetres, 2.5 centimetres, something like that. So you can cut away the bulk of what you folded. So you have a piece like this. Open up, you've got a tab on each side. You can reinforce those individually now. Now, take a pencil and you make a mark on the top. This is the top crease. So make 2 marks that are in line with the corners of the tab. So you've got 2 marks like this. Make 2 more marks about 1/3 of the way up the outer edges. So this is going to be your curve. So you can draw your curve onto it, something like this. And then you break this curve down into a series of short straight edges. So I'll just go for 2. So you make a mark like this and this. Now these are going to be straight edges here. So you start by just cutting out. This is crucial. You just cut it on one side. So cut out here and cut these straight lines. And the same on this side. Okay, so you have a piece like this. Now, fold it into its closed position and mark where those cut lines lie. So here they are. So when you open this up now, you can see you've got lines that exactly match the cut lines. So these are going to be tabs built onto those. So cut away . Now you can fold those to make the tabs. Fold along those lines, fold them back on themselves. There we go. Make sure the creases are pretty good. And then in this case you put glue on all 4 tabs at the same time. And then you can just fold it down and fold the whole piece flat. So just make sure that it's all working okay, that it opens up nicely. Now this is going to stick along your spine, something like this, but you'll see, because these corners are still there, it dags into the page. So you're going to have to cut these off in a curve to match the page. And it all depends, what angle you cut it at, all depends on how wide you're going with the basic shape. So let's just try it like that. Now you can see this will now fit down on your page, and you can have the tabs out or you can have them in. Be clear how wide you're going to go, so see what the distance is that you need from the spine. stick down one side. So it's about there. Put glue on the other side. Close it down. Takes quite a lot of strain this, so make sure it's glued really firmly. And there's your shape. Well, there it is. This shape there's gullies on each side you can build into. There's also this mountain fold running all the way around that you can build on top of. You can also cut holes in it. And here's just a really abstract little example of pieces added onto it. So here we've got V-folds stuck into the gullies on each side. We've got slots cut into the main body of it with these pieces sticking out. Here we've got a extra piece stuck on over the mountain fold. All these, the V-folds, the slots, the small additional pieces, they're all covered in other tutorials. Finally, I'll just show you some examples in books. So, Jungle Days by Helen Balmer. Here's a really beautiful use of the curved shape, this head of the elephant. Haunted House by Jan Pienkowski. Here's a pretty strange little curved shape rising up from the page with spirals attached. This is Dinotopia, James Gurney's Dinotopia, and here it is. This is the curved shape. The top of this dinosaur is the curved shape. In this case, it's built onto a box mechanism, and the box mechanism is what we're doing in the next tutorial, tutorial 14. And lastly, this is Wonderful Earth by Nick Butterworth and Mick Inkpen, and it just has one pop-up in it, but it is a really amazing use of the curved shape. And you've got it on the outside of the structure, you've also got it on the inside. And everything we've looked at in this tutorial is covered in my book, Pop-Up Design and Paper Mechanics.